we go.
Where's Dave?
Good. Dave usually goes and does his IG. So he usually runs from the screen and goes to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Hey, guys.
So I think Kedrick is going to open us up.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted me to start this?
Yeah. And we'll just do a roundtable introductions.
Sure. I'm Kedrick. I'm a shadow worker. I also work a lot with the Norse mysticism and pagan men's spirituality. A lot of what I do is help people go into the deeper, darker places of the psyche and the soul to resolve issues that have been hindering your spiritual growth, your consciousness expansion, and the stuff that you want to do in your life, the things that make sense. You'll notice that there's blocks. You notice there's things that kind of upset that and get in your way. Well, that's where people come to me and we work through that. We can even work through it at the paranormal level. Like if you notice weird things going on in the house, you're getting communication that you don't understand, your dreams are definitely disturbing, and that you know that you're in communication with other sort of entities. I work a lot of that kind of stuff with my clients. And I do have a great 6-week shadow ascension program that is a spiritually based shadow work program where we work together. You've got videos, PDFs that you can work through, and everybody who's been through that, who's done the work and really applied themselves to it, has responded like huge changes. So I want you to check that out. And if I could be so bold, we're talking about the solstice a little bit. We're around that time period, and looking into the Norse tradition, this is one of those times where we could look at something called Sigur Blot, a ritual, an offering for victory. And this is the time of year when all of the ice is melted, when the seas have opened up, the rivers are opened up, expeditions would go on, people would begin trading and working with other people. And yes, history says raiding, but that's actually such a small part of it. But this was the time when we would be aware of the success, the goals that we want to go out there and achieve. And this is the same thing for us as we hit the solstice, as we're working through this waxing moon. We can think about the victories, the successes. And as a shadow worker, I think about what's getting in the way, what's stopping you from being there. And so that's the kind of thing I want to look at today. And if you want to know more about this stuff, check out my website, kedrick.com or kedrick.teachable.com, and feel free to reach out to me on social media. I'm happy to answer any questions and such. And with that, I'll pass it on to the next folks.
So yeah, then I think it's my turn. So hi, I'm Akura. My true name is Sandra. I'm a starseed. I'm located here in Germany. I'm a language healer. I do psychic readings as well. I offer guided meditations. Yeah, and I love it to anchor grids and light codes. And I also do goddess healings, and I work with the divine feminine energies too. So what I notice is these energies are really on fire. So many energetic events, they all came together. So when you feel beyond tired, exhausted, confused, drained, emotional, so please feel all these emotions. Don't resist, just surrender, let it go, let it flow. So these energies are pretty wild. So I receive tons of messages by starseeds. They tell me all the same. They are so tired, exhausted. They cannot leave the bed for real. They are so emotional. They don't know what to believe anymore. These are very typical symptoms we have now. Maybe I have migraine as well. So don't worry. We had an X-class solar flare hitting the Earth. Many M-class solar flares are still hitting the Earth. So with the Schumann resonance was off the chart. So many energetic events at the same time. And you as an empath, as a starseed, you will always react hypersensitive onto frequency. So that's why don't worry, do self-care. So when you want to know more about my service, my website is called psychicmedium-akura.com. So I love it to assist starseeds in their awakening. And yeah, I also have an Instagram channel, which is called official.akura. I also have a TikTok channel, the same name, YouTube too. The name is Akura. Yeah, when you're guided to my work, I'm very happy and honored to assist you. Thank you.
Beautiful. My name is Natalie. I have an IG account by the name Divine Transmissions. I do light language transmissions. I do transmuting of energy. I do grid works. I help with the ley lines. I help on a planetary level with different galactic beings. I do one-to-one sessions where I go in and I do a little bit like Akashic record readings, reverse quantum healing, like the quantum hypnosis, the QHHT, where instead of my client going under hypnosis, I do the dropping in and look at the situations and then bring forward the information for us to process. I do pulling things out of people's nervous systems, which is a little bit like emotion code stuff, where we look at those feelings and what those where they're lodged in our bodies, and then we travel to where that was lodged, whether it's this lifetime, past lifetime. We just use a lot of modalities to pull together to pull forward your best, highest timeline for you. So if you're guided or you feel drawn to me, then you can find me at natalienadine.com. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, guys. Nice to see everyone again. Welcome. My name is Althea Lucrezia. I go on Instagram by Light Codes by ALA. My TikTok is lightcodes by ALA.official. My YouTube is Althea Lucrezia, and so is my website, althealucrezia.com. So I'll do Akashic clearings, light language activations. I train people to become light workers and energy workers. I've got 6 months and 6-week programs where I bring you through a whole journey, and we navigate together and we discover what are your psychic gifts, which direction it is that you need to go, and whatnot. I'm currently starting a mentorship in August, which will help and assist in how to start and develop a profitable spiritual business, how to anchor into abundance and manifestation on both an individual and also collective level. I do kind of like online day retreats as well. I've got one coming up on the 22nd of July. I teach channeling as well. I teach a masterclass every like 2 to 3 months. I only take 12 people. It's a very exclusive container. And I've got a lot of workshops up on my website as well. How to release attachments, how to neutralize psychic attacks, spiritual business as well again. So I'm kind of like quite versatile. I channel Atlantean and Lemurian codes. I've been a light language channeler for the past 6-7 years. Was activated back between 2017 and 2018. So I've been doing this for quite a while. So I just really help you to become the best possible version you can be of yourself, by releasing the programming and what doesn't serve you anymore. So now from my perception, like a little bit of an energetic update of what I've been picking up in the past few days and weeks. An increase in psychic attacks for sure in the last 2 weeks, an increase in apocalyptic timelines clearing in the astral space. So if you've been having crazy dreams on like other planets, and I mean, I had a dream, I think it was like last week, where all the oxygen on Earth had finished. There was no oxygen left. We had like 24 hours of oxygen, and there was like this tiny spaceship we had to go on, and it was just mental. And then when I came out of it, they were like, no, you're clearing the timeline. So if you're having apocalyptic dreams, guys, it doesn't mean, it's not like the Earth's going to end. It's not a prophetic dream. It's generally just the timeline that you're clearing, that you've lived in. So a lot of that has been coming up. A lot of exactly what Sandra was saying, exhaustion. A lot of starseeds kind of like lost. The nervous system has been incredibly overworked because of the high vibrational frequency of the codes that are coming through and integrating in the DNA structure. The nervous system is struggling a little bit to handle. So you're going to need to sleep more. And even if you sleep for 8 hours, you might still wake up and feel exhausted. It doesn't mean that your system in itself is exhausted. It just means that, you're integrating on different levels. Remember, you're multidimensional. So it's not only the level here that you're integrating, it's on all the other levels as well. So that's kind of like something that has been really, really intense. I've noticed a lot of people clearing through the sinuses and the ears. So many people whistling, ears popping, ears blowing, and things happening in the ear chakras and in the upper chakras as well. So if this has been happening to you, like, don't worry, guys, it's all fine. It's all great. It's all normal. Ground yourselves. What's come through to me to help and assist is really, really drink teas. So herbal teas to help with flush, with clearing, lavender, rose, rosemary, all these kind of like teas and infusion and hot water to help with the system, and obviously with the congestion as well. but yeah, this is kind of like what I've been picking up and what I've been working with in the past few weeks. I do see it level out a bit, but yeah, I guess we'll see. I don't know if anyone else wants to add on something to that with regards to the energetics that have been coming up recently.
Yeah, I also wanted to add in about the children because my youngest of the bunch has had a lot of purging out of kind of both ends, and it's again typical ascension energetic type stuff that is coming up for him. Reacts to that energy field. Our animals, I also saw the trees contracting and expanding and pulling in energy and upgrading. And so when I'm out and about, I can feel all these upgrades from all the beings, every living thing that's around is anchoring in those upgrades, right? So yeah, it's interesting to see. Also to not take things personal, to know that everybody, every being, every molecule is upgrading. So when friends or family are not responding in the same way you thought that they were in the past, you can just go ahead and just take your time, take your space, let your integrations happen. Know that this is going to pass. This isn't a you thing. This isn't personal. Everybody's going through it. So don't keep tally. Don't get stuck in your head. Don't go so 3D and logical it out. Like use your analytics and try to make logic of it. Just let it flow. Just let it be. Mm-hmm.
I think we can maybe start clearing a bit. How does it sound for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got some codes coming through here. Takieshino tukuna ya takaria siero atriatikie nraya trasiero kuro ayatiat kirata riane ratrukuro ishirataka triatre atreo kuk anarasiesa re opening the hearts, expanding, anchoring. Okay, we're going into some grounding and some heart opening. Hiaroi shina takare ashira shira yeta reo to kuma yesarat yeta ra nreo to kura rea ro rai expanding, pulling in more light, divine rays, anchoring, codes of self-love, self-trust, yetokuro ishira tokuro, believing in the self, quiero tokurra trakrietu kumrase arasiero tokurraya trianetek inu kumara ishira taka, tai na ya ishira yatera yesero asira takra, tuning, aligning systems, aligning, more light coming in, anchoring, pushing through, pushing out, all that no longer serves you, letting go, clean, releasing, tuning, releasing. This is working on the blood and circulation. Releasing toxins. Extracting, pulling out, letting go. Naya shirasie sarotokuro icherataka takraya triasie korotre naratira shira aligning new energies coming in, anchoring. I've actually got energies coming through from Mars. Kirotokuro ishiratakie tokuro ishiratakratrie sirosokuro ishiratakra shirotokuro. So the whole planet's getting involved here. Taraishe natakie korokuro ishinataka taya triasiero toku anchoring nia rokuro ishir. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're helping anchor in the retrograde. Quiero shiratakie sorokuro ishir to balance out. Quiero shinataka taina riatre ate korokiet karaisi Rease tieto kumaraishira tieto rokuro taka tayate re ura ishira sira siro to kumaraishira takratra kira shira taka
So I could just see them energetics coming around Gaia. So yo no ya ye ku ne ya ki ya ta ko yi nu ne ki dai ne ki dai no no Sayakai, te kia ko koea kai te, so yo koea kamai kai, te ki kyo koea kai. Seya kai ki kyo moea kai. Seya ke tu koea. Looks like we're just kind of armoring up if there's sort of a thing. Shukoea, ki kia koea, sumonoea kai, te kia tu oea I koea I te koea kai. Why, Kiate, Sukuyakai. I'm just pulling out some things out of the center here energetically. Koyakai, Hiakaya Koyanai, Hiakiate Kotugonayakai, Saya Konayakayate, Kukoyate, Koyakiate, Kiate, Gaya Noyakai. Tuyotoya payate, shuaya guide, shuaya maya, they tu koyatai, the kuit moya guide, they a kai boya guide, shuaya guy, boya guyanaya guy, siko doya guyanaya, siko pukoya guide. So yotoya anchoring into the ionoya, ionoya, saya guide. Saya noya guide, dige chukuboya naya guide. Sodo doya naya ze to koya dai, dear guide, doya guide. Saya naya short. Just quieting that energy down. Quiet. Nai. Aya. Suya night. Nai. Waya. Guide. Waya.
Okay, I have to impose to integrate the solar flare and then translate the energy from the solar flares which are currently hitting. These codes are helping you to release all emotions which are not serving you, all etheric blockages. Just let go of all the heaviness in your life. All the solar flares, they're helping you to shift. So open your heart and receive all these codes. Amahite miremia tanatenia kos ukioterea nai akat tishia noya malata roya mik it isnia tamaya. Hefalamo maya amoko saya rit ikiat init anutumosh shelesa. Hasanayatit hamua malasa. Release ahamalefemea. Release amalatamo oma amatikis eaku usuya. Letting go, letting go, letting go of very old emotions. Letting go, lakamata. Closing out the timelines. Alapaniminitiki riamu atamakasaya. Alatamosoya. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Amakasania tumosaroya kinesaya. Just surrender. Halafamaya saria. Surrender. Akuroya manamasaya. Shishia tiniumuku soroya tinimisaya. Lefamatana saya kusoya. Now translate the energy from the solar flares. Mashela famos. Atamisaya, speak your truth, and Alasaya, speak your truth, Akisnit, Ikimisaya, Alataroya, speak your truth, Aheshile, Thinesaya, letting go of outdated timelines. Atemiseya, just letting go of old emotions. Ahafeshineseneya, stay in the now. Atamareya, staying in the now. Ahamalefemetiseya, stay in the now. Atamoya tekereya, surrender, surrender, surrender. Hamaleseya, let in the new codes. Kitiseneya, don't resist. Alefemiseya, surrender. Hamatinia mua. Kafu. Ramoko Atemea lafa makaria, shielding, 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 shielding. Letinisea akumosoya, you are protected. Alefemisea, you are protected and you are blessed. Amai tinisea, no fear. Akasenea, amotosoya, alaterea, just faith. Atemisinia, nuya tesaya, trust. Akuya rea, trust. Ahalafamoitinis. Le faux macassare, Thomas de Let the Masaya, let all your emotions flow. Deep sacred chakra cleansing, let the Masaya be like water. Dihamoya keria Masaya, let it flow, Alefemisaya, let it flow, Hamaletinisea, let it flow, Halatifimiti se akuru yanuto no soya. Kalamasaya talasanaya, be like water, Alefemasaya kesaya, a dive into your sacred chakra now, Latakamasare. Let it all out, let it flow. Don't resist. You're good in every single way. Grounding akutonoretea, grounding, letting meterea sanakasaya, grounding, leftimitikiznitishia, aturui mikinisinea, hamakatarui ikilithine, come back into your physical body, atamutimikisia, feel your body, hamatanerea nukusoya, lefamatikisiritukusaya nitinita tisha. Thank you.
I have some technology coming in. Urrasit, urrak, urrat, rat, narrasi suruhonati shenatakaya. Ishatak. Tukurra nataraise ani ati tuku aishina takaria sisa sarotukuru ishiratakatri takarato kuro ishiratakatri atre eteru kuro ishiratakak. Taina yatakuro ishiratakra. It is time now to let go of all that does not serve you. Tiro ishiratakura isira. Learn to flow, to release, anchoring into more light, divine rays, anchoring. It is time for you to step into your sovereign power. Takuru ieshirati toro ishiratakra ise. It is time for you to remember who you are. Remember, so you have done this before. Tero ieshirotuku ratgeta ishirataka. You have been here before. Takuru ishinatakara iesirotokuru iesiratakra. Anchoring into the earth. Yetosuru ieshiratakra siesara. Learn from the earth. Yetoru ishirotokuru. Learn from the ancestral wisdom. and present into Mother Gaia. Te koro ishe, learn from the plants, learn from the trees, learn from the animals. Ye to koro ishe ratira, connect, 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 connect to them, connect to each other, connect to yourselves. Ye to koro ishe rasiro, to koro ishe ratira, connect to everyone, connect to everything. Ye shoro to koro, say feel, 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 feel. Feel, don't be scared to feel. Don't be scared to open. Don't be scared to feel into the heart. Open yourselves to love. Open yourselves to unconditional love. Open yourselves to light. Raise. Open yourselves to truth. Trusting the heart. Being divinely guided. Trusting you are here now, in the now, present, anchoring. Be the light. Shine for those who cannot see. Be the light. Be the light, bring in the light, anchor the light. You are the light. You are the infinite light, the infinite light of unconditional love. Remember who you are. Let go of the mind, let go of the thoughts. Feel. Feel with the heart. Anchor into the heart center. Let go of the judgment. If the mind goes quiet, then the heart can be listened to.
Koyanaya kai te kuya, just anchoring more of that light through Giaya, Kaya, Koinaya, Kate, Kyonumoya kait, Saya Toya Katayanaya Kote night, Sure Kaya Kia Kaya, Konoya Kaya te Kumanaya kai te Tukoyate, Soya Koyate, Moya Kaya te, Koyate, Shiayanaya kai Tukut, Moet, Sayet, Waya. The light's flowing through. All the chakras are clear and open. It's anchored into the roots. Shaya kaya te noya kait. Saya kaya noya paya naya kait. Soya kaya te naya yakum. Shoya kaya naya kite moit. Anchoring holds around Gaia Shaya naya kai. Soya naya kodaya naya kait. Soya poya daya naya kaya noya te night. Shua kaya te moya kaya naya tait. Soya kayate, soya kamanaya, soya kananaya kate, koya tayanayat, koya mayat, sayat.
Okay, I received some pictures from Atlantis. So many Atlantean traumas are coming up too. Close the outdated timelines from Atlantis and the familite Nigeria Matasaya. Close the outdated timelines of Atemiria Nasaya. The global trauma from Atlantis, Lafamateke Saya. Close it Amataniri Miatanis. Astonuyulutunos Sakastaretinis Atuya Matakaleteritinis. Heseanotoros Akastanatayanat. Hetesanakesinilimit. Hakosorea Nasa. A new era is dawning. It's not the same again. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself in your past life. Detach forgive the others. Find peace. Soya halafamasaya hakaserea nasaya tunu umalasaya heleterit amukua tanasa closing clouding letanisaya cutting off kalatamarita notomakatanesaya. A new era is dawning. Lepamu notokorotea. We create this new earth together. Alatani shimi sana erakusaya. It is you hamalatanaretinis. It is us atinikirea ashtonumuteas himelefamatania denisinea hakuroitenesaya. The energy from the Divine Mother is coming through. Alatamakush. Let the Nisaya, the Divine Mother, loves us all. Let the Messiah, Tenea, she always loved you. Malateneshea, she always loves you. Hamalatenere, Mikiana, Talishanea. Remember, Halafama, Tenetikisea. Comme c'est le vent, c'est le corps, le temps se démeut. Let Neria Masaya have compassion for each other. Latinishan is Semia Anaya. You are all in this together. Hakitinire Makaso. Let feel the love from the Divine Mother, Malasanea. Feel the love from Mother Nature, Lamatenesea. She loves us unconditional. Latemikisinire. Let us let go of the past, amatikinerea. Lefemitinisea, let go of the past, find peace with your past. Aletinisiniatunus. Camus, le futur mon sang, carrosse d'amour, même cette chiot. Katama seretamus. Lefemetenea, dikisuya. Feel the energy, katanisea. Feel the energy from Mother Earth, Atamayrini Shilitinisea. She loves you all, Amatakoroi. Hitinili Sinisikitunuroi Kinamata Shia Situmaya. Keseria Kurtanaita.
Hey, Ruben.
Hey.
You're also here.
Hey guys.
Great
Great
timing. We
stuff.
just finished up our light language section, so you just
Literally.
popped in at the right time.
Sorry I'm late.
Cool.
Perfectly on time.
Divinely timed.
Mhm.
So now that we finished the light language, we hop into the shadow stuff. Excellent. So as we always do, I want you to feel that energy that's been coming through, swirling around, filling you. You're aware of it. It's making you feel lighter, more spiritual, maybe even more connected. At the same time, feel your feet on the ground. Feel yourself sitting here, rooted in place in the time and space of here and now, able to make use of that energy, able to integrate it and move it through. But as you're scanning yourself, as you're scanning through your body, your being, your energy fields, are you noticing a block? Are you noticing maybe a thought or a belief that might be getting in the way? In fact, let me provoke that. Let me say this to you and see how it feels. You deserve to have good things. You deserve to have the things that are in resonance with you. The world is a better place when you get those things. And if you notice something that pops up that you don't have what you think you need, if you don't feel you deserve it, if something pops up and gets in the way of that feeling of deserving any of that, even if that mind pops up, well, there are others who deserve this more and they're going without, well, you're denying yourself that too. Because remember, you have to put yourself in a place of abundance, of prosperity, so that you can reach out to others. And that doesn't mean you have to be super uber rich. It doesn't mean you have to have tons of money. It just means that you are open to the flow of energy. You're open to the flow of receiving so that you can give. And that's why I want you to tap into that sense of deservedness, that you deserve what belongs to you. You deserve what is in resonance with you. You deserve good things. You deserve these wonderful things. But be aware of anything that blocks you, gets in the way, says no. And I want you to focus your attention on that. Be aware of that feeling. Even if that feeling, and I have to say this because something's telling me to say this, even if that feeling is maybe some resentment that I said what I just said about getting and receiving and having it for you, I want you to be able to receive that and feel that feeling that maybe you didn't like what I said. That's okay too. Just feel those feelings. Give them permission to be in you. Give yourself permission to feel them and breathe into them. Make them a little bit stronger now. And I want you to know that the fact that you can breathe into these feelings and make them stronger is proof that you have control over them, is proof that they are yours and yours to work with, and that there is an energy to these feelings. And just be aware of that energy. Grateful for the fact that this feeling, this energy is there because it's helping you in some way, at least it thinks it is. It's protecting you, or it's keeping you secure, or it's letting you not receive so that you don't have to give, or whatever those reasons are. We don't have to go into that today. But just feel gratitude that it's there helping you in some way. And connect again to those higher level energies that you've been feeling. And let those higher level energies move into that space where you're feeling that energy, that block. Giving that energy permission to release, to let go, to dissolve. Something to keep in mind. A soul wound is not necessarily a missing piece of energy. Like a physical wound is a little bit of skin taken out, cut. But a soul wound is energy that's been inserted into your energy fields. That energy that's in your energy fields acts like a block, as a redirect. It can shift your energy fields. So as you bring that sacred energy into that feeling that you don't deserve something, that it really doesn't belong to you, that it's not yours, that feeling that if other people had stuff before you, or the feeling that you don't like what I just said, breathe that sacred feeling, that energy into that spot. Again, gratitude, permission to release, permission to transmute that energy, permission to let that energy drain away, to be filled with a sacred energy, so that you're guided by this higher level energy. You're guided to be open to receive, knowing that if what you are receiving is in resonance with you, then it bumps up your authentic spiritual nature, your own energetic being. And that allows you to resonate with your own authenticity. So the very fact of being open to receiving, to be successful, as we Norse say, to be victorious. Sigur is what we call it. When you are open to receiving, then you can give more. And that is your ideal authentic state, to be able to give by receiving. And anytime you feel that block to receiving, anytime you feel you don't deserve more, just connect to that energy, feel it, allow that sacred energy to take in that space, dissolve and resolve, and let it go, so that you can receive abundantly, so you can receive prosperously, that you can give and share. And with that, thank you, and hail.
Thanks, Kedrick. That was great reminder. I always say everything is a two-way pump. So you have to give to receive, receive to give. It's always a ebb and flow. And I just wanted to, just as maybe a closure here, just to remind everybody how the shift is happening. It is we if you doubted that it's not, all you have to do is look into the collective, look at our media, and look at not traditional media, but look at alternative media and how that is picking up, and the numbers. The regular media, the brainwashing goofiness media is their numbers are so far down, it's crazy. And you have alternatives like Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Tucker Carlson, Twitter, these other avenues of getting media. People are tuning out the nonsense, and they're going to more grounded, legitimate reporting, more truth. And that's just one way to sort of get a pulse on the change. And it's ongoing. People have sensed for a long time there was something off, but now they're really starting to put their fingers on that. We're having more UFO disclosures than ever in the past few weeks. We're having more disclosures about the sort of the negative forces doing their negative biddings on the world, right? We're having more and more people are aware of that, and they're navigating away from those. So it really is happening. The pendulum is starting to swing the other way, and as it goes the other direction, it's going to gain momentum, and it's starting to right now. So I'm really starting to see in the collective, the narratives are changing. People, these bigger entities have to adapt to, as the people make conscious choices to tune them out. In order for them to be relevant, they have to adapt as well. They have to make these changes. BlackRock getting into Bitcoin. These are big entities, big controlling entities that are seeing that they have to stay, in order to stay relevant, they're going to make a shift. So it's not about, and we should recognize that and praise that some of these bigger institutions that were a little more negative oriented can make a shift. Let's keep that door open for them to make a positive shift, and we don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to say. So just recognize that and know that it's happening. The shift is happening now. And everything we're doing here in this group and others all around, it is making a difference. So just a reminder that we'll continue to do this work. We still have a lot of work to do, but the key thing is we're not alone. We're doing it together. And even though the shift may be bumpy in certain places, the reminder is, as we go into it together, it's not going to be so hard. It's a lonely road. In the past, some of us who have been on this path for a while, it's been a little lonely at times. But the great thing we have to celebrate moving forward is that we're not alone. We are doing this together, and the shift is happening together, and which makes it fun and enjoyable, and also I guess in a sense we can celebrate. It's a celebration, and that's always happens in a group, as opposed to, you can celebrate all you want by yourself, I guess, but it's just more fun with more together. So thanks for having me. Sorry for being late, and I just wanted to share that reminder.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Ruben, for remembering to celebrate. And we are not alone. We are coming together, and it's like little bit at a time. We're starting, like you said, those other places are just sort of getting on board or seeing different aspects, and they're just making those shifts, right? Little at a time. And so I also wondered if we wanted to talk a little bit about what we saw through the light language and what was happening, like just do a quick recap of what that looked like for us each. Because I don't know if I have earth words to explain what I was seeing, so I will try. For me, what was happening was, Altia, when you started your pieces, I then got this. So usually I hold Gaia and I'm like doing and I can see energetically all the pieces that are happening. And this time I saw it. And then all of a sudden this like piece on top came out of the top of our Earth planet looking. And I'm like, what is that? It looked like energy. So you created whatever you were doing, you were created a release or an opening for this energetic abundance rush. It came out the top. And I'm like, okay, so it's just flow of energy. And then I was like, no, it's not. It's like an actual rigid structure, almost like a valve. We would pop a valve out of like a beach ball. And so we had this like valve of energy that was there. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What's happening now? And then I just use that valve to coat Gaia. And I'm like, well, it looks more like an egg shape now. It's like got this elongated look. I'm like, okay, we'll just go with it. So I'm coating it. And I got this, like, we're armoring up. And I'm like, why do we need this hard eggshell armor on us now? Like, what's the purpose behind this? Or what's going on here? I'm still confused, just doing my thing. And I got that we're basically in this chrysalis. And we've entered into this. And both girls, you were clearing chakras, and if you look back, you can see I'm like feeling them and pulling them and clearing them as alongside. But we're basically all the beings that are here on Earth are crystallized and transitional phase. Everything being upgraded, everything being, shifted, and we're just kind of sealed off and in our cocoon and waiting to come out our cocoon at the other side of things. So yeah, it was quite interesting to see, because that's not typically what I see.
Yeah, with me, so what you're saying is very much in alignment with also what I've been seeing on a collective level. I've been activating a lot of the I am armors and the I am presence on my clients. So it's something that has been coming up also on an individual level. So the fact that, now, it was seen also by you in this collective way is super beautiful. I pulled through, I had the whole planet of Mars come in at one point. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, they were literally energies coming in from Mars. And it's weird because before we went on, I literally mentioned about the Mars retrograde, which I was not absolutely aware of today until a client of mine mentioned it today. And I was like, oh, okay, that's also going on, So I thought that was quite interesting. Obviously, a lot of clearing the chakras, opening, releasing. I had technology come in towards the end. Generally, the technology for me is very activating for the DNA, and then making kind of like upgrading and then making people push out what doesn't serve them. So I worked on the circulation, nervous system, the blood, extracted toxins. It was very physical. And then also at the end, I had this message of sovereignty, heart opening, connecting with Gaia, understanding that we are all connected, understanding your own sovereignty, and coming back to your truth, and coming back to yourself, and coming back to who you are, and coming back to remembering that you chose to be here. You have been down this road before. You chose to be here. You have all the tools, all the capabilities to navigate these difficult times. And exactly as Ruben was saying, like, we all have each other. I can imagine I wasn't in a space where I am now 10 years ago, but for people who have been on this journey for very long, like, it, even for me, like, I only started like properly more kind of like awakening and seeing through the illusion 6 years ago, and already like it's grown so much exponentially, so I can imagine the people who may have been on this journey for 20 years, 15 years, how exciting it is. So this kind of like collective unity, which sounds like a constant repeating message, but it is unifying itself more, and the connection not only between each other, but between us, the animals, the plants, between everything. And I think Sandra at one point was also saying, in her channeling, or Natalie, I can't remember, one of you two guys was saying how everything is also like expanding altogether. It's not just us, it's everything and everyone. So that's kind of like what came through and what I did on my side. I did a little bit of grounding, a little bit of peripheral clearing. I didn't do any shielding this time. I think Sandra did the shielding. So when she was shielding, I was closing holes. So, and timelines. Yeah, there was a bit of timeline clearing as well. So that was it from my side.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have a guest here now. Do you see the tail?
Oh,
Yes, entered the apartment now. Yeah. Yeah, he says hi too. He's just purring here and purring and purring. Yeah, it was a very interesting energy transmission today. So as Althea started it, I felt like a whole chakra cleansing at first. I
Mhm.
saw a very powerful tree, a strong tree with strong roots. And this tree, boom, was just risen up to the sky. It was amazing to feel the code from Althea. It's like she opened the gate to higher dimensions and she helped us to ground to the earth. So when I listened to yours, Natalie, I always felt these cosmic entities. I over and over saw the Arcturians.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, I saw them, the colors, and they do powerful grid work. And it was like we helped each other very strong. We built very powerful grids together. And it was for me like Althea helped to hold the space for us. And that just anchored the codes from the central sun, basically, that
Mm.
these codes are coming in. And yeah, we helped each other. It was very interesting. And I saw many, many colors, so many entities today, so many of them. So I don't know if you had the same, but I saw so many different cosmic sisters and brothers today. It was pretty intense. Yes. It's like amazing. So we had a great team work.
And I just want
Yeah.
to add quickly at the end, when Kedrick did his part, I literally felt a very intense embodiment for
Mm.
collective, for all of us, just an embodiment of everything that came up. It was here, and then Kendrick did, and it went all like inside the
Mm.
bodies, systems, and the earth. So thank you so much for that, Kedrick, as well. It was really powerful.
You're very welcome. This is good work that we are all doing here, and it's an honor to be a part of all of this with everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Sandra, when you were doing a piece near the end, when you were talking about you seen a scene from Lemuria, I think that's where Atlantis, something about.
Yeah, Atlantis, yeah. Mhm.
So I could see all this grass. I don't know where all the grass came from, but as soon as you said that, I just saw we were in our elongated chrysalis and then all this grass, and it wanted to merge with us. And so as you did your piece and cleared through, the whole Atlantis piece cleared out and then added like a layer to our chrysalis.
Amazing,
It's kind of
amazing.
closed up. And I was like, oh, it integrated with us. It's so cool.
Yes, yeah. So I saw especially the fall of Atlantis during the transmission. Like, okay, it's coming up again. We clear it. We clear it. We clear
we're
it.
clearing a lot of it. I think it's part of the apocalyptic timelines that I mentioned earlier. They are coming up in a lot of people's astral spaces. It's connected to, you know, the Atlantean karma clearing and the karmic cycle. And I mean, also with all the technology, like, you know, because we're moving into a space where we need to integrate technology, you know, in a positively polarized way for the evolution of the human consciousness, then it's inevitable for us to go through this clearing on a planetary and collective level. And the same way, you know, that we're doing it, it's happening in the astral space and it's happening in all the other spaces. So yeah, it's coming up a lot. I think even for me, like on a personal level, I've been recollecting and seeing a lot of things. You know, it's kind of like it never really ends. It just goes a little bit deeper every time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And we just see more and more and more. And it was always visible.
Yeah.
It was always there.
I have something to share. I was in Beverly Hills last week and went to I was at like the police station and then was just walking around, and I had this new lens of seeing all the architecture and even in the restaurants of Atlantis. Like it's there, it's been in plain sight for all this time. And the Atlantean symbologies and the architecture and everything, we just never had seen it. And or I had never seen it. I didn't recognize it. And even the energy when at this restaurant, you know, the Harrison Ford was over in the corner and there was other people, you know, stars coming in and out, but it was so Atlantis. I was like, oh my God, I'm in Atlantis right now. It's so crazy. But just that recognition of that. And again, the work we're doing here and others are doing to heal those old wounds of hierarchy, and suppression of others based on a class system and all that stuff, right? That still exists in our world today, but we're collapsing those timelines and we're cleaning that energy out so we can go back to who we originally were in, from Lemuria and other timelines, Pleiades. So bringing that all in. So thank you all for doing this work and for healing the planet and healing our timelines.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you everyone here. Yeah, just like really deep gratitude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off. I want to hop onto my Instagram. So thank you for everyone. I won't be doing the next month, but I'll be on the 23rd. I won't be there on the 6th. So thank you so much, guys. Here, I'll see you all soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Best of love.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Much love.
Yeah. So
With that said,
one of the
should
things
we-
I was also
Oh.
seeing.
Go ahead.
No, one last thing. When I was holding the elongated chrysalis, every time Sandra and Altia, when you guys would talk, you would say, and we're removing this, and we're, remember these things and let this stuff loose. It was like setting the intention of moving forward. So we've crystallized, we're going to come out of our cocoon. While we're transitioning, we're letting go of that, and we're not going to take this with us, and we are going to add more of this. Like, we got to just sort of decide what we want to emerge looking like on the other end. So it was beautiful.
Yeah. Setting your intention, right?
Absolutely. Set the
focused.
intention.
Yeah, stay focused too.
And just a reminder, I just got off a call with Ra channeling, and Ra was emphasizing how important water is and how connected the water of the planet is, and how we all are sharing, and how water goes into the ocean, goes back into the reservoirs, goes into the sky, and just how interconnected water is. So the more we can meditate and pray and hold good intentions for the water, because we know through Dr. Emoto's work how programmable water is. So the more we can go to water sources within our local communities and just really do light language, do intention, put your Reiki or Qigong energy and heart energy into the water to help purify that water for not just yourself, but for your communities and for the earth, and bringing in that. So that's just another sort of homework assignment we can do in our spare time, and go to meditate near water sources, because we are the portals. With our intentions, we're bringing in these higher frequencies. So why not project that a little bit into the water for purification and gridding?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I also feel water is very important. She symbolizes the feminine Christ. I feel water is the feminine energy. So she's helping us very strong. She's protecting us. Yeah, I also connect with water so strong. So it cleanses my whole body, my aura, everything. And you feel so connected and alive.
Yeah, and it was talked about,
A lot
how
of people.
I was just saying, just how important grounding is also in connecting to the earth with our feet, and using the rubber soles and things like that. We're losing this connection. So just going out and especially in these warmer months, we can go in barefoot into the woods or into the sand on the beach or grass, and then using, at the end of the day, using water to clean our feet, which was an ancient practice for purification, but also just for again, that intention of cleaning out negative energies that may be picked up through the day and coming out. So we can continue to use water and grounding as a practice for connecting into these higher energies.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Epsom salt baths are super helpful, or saltwater baths have been really helpful in just clearing through the system and soaking it up and breathing it in. It's just all really powerful stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to head out as well, but I wanted to say much love and gratitude to everybody and all the viewers that came and all that will watch the replay. Like we can't do this type of work without everybody holding space in that way. So much love for those that view it, joined us to view it and to watch that replay after.
Yeah.
And to you guys for helping bring all those codes in and give us those updates and share your experiences. It's just like all pieces of the mixture of the beautiful cake we're going to be making out, right? So thank you very much.
Thank you. Much gratitude. Natalie, do you have a date, the next date for the mass meditation?
Yep, we'll do the next one 7/07, so July 7th.
Ah, okay, super. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. I'm so excited already.
I know. Absolutely. Well, guys.
Thank you so
Care.
much.
Thank you,
See you
everyone.
soon.
Thank you so much.
Yo, ciao.
I'll shift happily now.
Yeah, much love from Germany too.
Yay. All right.
Ciao,
Bye,
ciao.
guys.